Hi everyone, good morning. I am Margo, your tarot reader, and today we're doing a personal reading for a sign that will represent a Gemini and a Scorpio. Now, I want to thank all of you for taking time to watch. For my client, as always, I have already, prior to the recording, called on to you, the universe with your personal information to the spirit guides, because my clients remain private at all times. As you know from your last reading, certain things have been acknowledged. Now we are going to look, and I feel that we're going to start with the Scorpio, this spread. The most recent past, the last 3 or 4 weeks or months, into the next 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. It can be less, it can be more, depending on the energies adjusting to its environment, either yours or his, or both. Let I see ancestors, let I see ancestors, let I see. Now we are ready, and let's get started. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see ancestors one more, and we're ready. Thank you. There. Well, he seems to be going through some type of family issues at this time. I feel that it is because of his own actions. Okay. Now, in your reading, it did predict certain things about his personal life. I will have to say that he is still in that phase of wanting to do those things. Yes, I do see that. I do not feel, let's see here. I do not feel here that he is in the phase of wanting to do certain procedures in reference to his personal life. I feel that it's causing him more drama than anything here. And I do feel that he is at distance within his marriage. He has been going through this phase of wanting to be separated. He doesn't feel that he is quite happy in the environment that he's in. But I feel that he, let me see. I'll tell you in a minute because I'm sensing something else. I feel that he is going to change or relocate. I feel that he has been in and out of his home environment. He's going back to someone, either the spouse or the mistress, and or you, we'll see. Yeah, he's not happy. He's having problems. And he will continue like this because he's been like this in a roller coaster for quite a while. There's a female in his life who is a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, and Rising. It can be the spouse or it can be that other person that he also has been in and out of the life here. He's going to communicate with someone that he has not spoken to in a while. Since we're looking at his love life, it can be just that. He's trying to make some changes in reference to his work environment. Okay. In reference to him, I do have to say that he is conflicted with what he's truly desiring in life. I also feel that he's having some guilt in reference to the treatment that he gave you. I also feel that there was something that kept you and him going. There's something that he actually did enjoy being with when he was with you. It can be the intimacy that it shocked him a little bit or surprised him a little bit. I felt that when he approached you, he approached you because it felt easy, and don't take it wrong. I'm not trying to offend you. It felt easy because you were easy target. Maybe you came out the, how do I put it? Um, a lot of the times, let's put the word predator, knows where the weakness is in someone, knows what that person is feeling. And sometimes what happens is they feel, and I don't want to say necessarily pity, but they feel that energy. Scorpios intend to do that, okay? Um, I'm not saying that he felt in that sense toward you, but it's almost like he was noticing what was going on within your life, right? And in the deep level of emotional, he was also sensing what you were feeling and needing. And so that can lead to friendship into something else. It can be long lasting for some people, and for some people, it cannot. In this situation, I felt that the friendship stood out the boundaries, okay? And the need that he felt that you were needing, he met them through that emotional bond, the sexual bond, okay? Um, I feel that he's going to either see you or contact you here. Um, as we go through the readings, we're going to see how will this play out for you. Um, the fact that it is the first reading, it's telling me that it can be within days or weeks or even month. But there's going to be some type of communication between you and him. So now, if the spouse, well, it doesn't really necessarily matters here unless we really want to know about her, what her sign and birth is. But I would say that if she's a water sign, she's been having, whoever the wife is, she's been having struggles with him, because I do feel that she is aware and knows or will find out about the cheating that he has been doing. It feels to me that he has done this previous, he has cheated previously before you in this marriage. If and as we predicted in the last reading, we saw that yes, he left you for someone else, and most probably was married, and of course it was proven to be so. And so we're sensing the same energy here. So he has been off and on with someone else. It can be the person that he left you for. But it feels to me also with the spouse that he has. He has also left the home environment off and on also. And I feel that when he is at home, he feels tight, he feels bothered, he feels uncomfortable. It's problematic to him. And if they have children, it can be that's the reason that why he keeps coming in and out. But he's having a lot of problems and conflicts toward this. Okay, he has tried to keep it afloat. He has tried to avoid. He has tried to hide the truth. He has tried to manipulate the situation, his home environment, his families, including in his own group, and also with the other person that he was seeing. I feel that the other person that he was seeing, it was like it was very heated, their passion, but at the same time, I felt that this. When I say I felt, it is his energy that I'm picking up here. That this person also wants a more stable type of relationship and commitment. Okay. Being because of the Uranus and all in Scorpio, I feel that he's going to be going through a cycle of in and out of not knowing necessarily what he wants out of life in a relationship. At first, it did not go the way that it was supposed to be. Maybe it started by saying, I'm thinking I'm not happy and I want to get a divorce. It doesn't seem to be that way in the beginning. If he told you that, then so be it. If the rumors were there, it was only conversation. It was never about acting out to divorce legally. It was never about filing divorce legally. I feel that it was talked about, dispute about, but there was no initiative toward that situation. Scorpios male do not necessarily intend to be the ones to initiate divorce, file divorce. unless it's a need and dire situation, like let's say somebody else is pregnant outside the marriage. Um, Even if they are in love with that other person outside their marriage, it's very, very difficult for him to initiate such thing. They rather, because it's easier for them to let the spouse act on this situation. And that way, if they have a reason to fall back into that marriage, they have a reason, the fact that they were not the ones that initiated it. A lot of males do intend to go through that in when they're married, but mainly Scorpio. And I feel that it will be up to the wife to initiate such thing and file for divorce. He doesn't seem to be in love with anybody necessarily outside the marriage. I feel that when he tells someone I love you, it's more than likely is the time and the physical attraction. He feels to enjoy and love the sexual contact between people, right? But I don't sense him to be in love here at this time. Now we'll go through the reading, but I feel that what he loves is the wanting to be, the being there with someone, to have someone, to be needed, to be appreciated, and to be the main focus of the woman's life. If he's not the main focus of someone's life, he kind of gets boredom. He kind of gets almost like a big baby. Please me, nurture me, pamper me. It's how I'm sensing his energy here. When it comes to you, it was too personal, or it got too personal, or it was expected too much out of this. And I feel that this is what main, what it main started to. He felt that he needed to detach a little, and so far. And the fact is that he is not one to be at this time still to be holding on to one person. I feel that even though his age is still somewhat young, he still has a mindset of a younger person. If he's 40, he thinks like a 20-year-old. And when it comes to relationships. And so I feel that he wants to still play the circle around a bit more, even though he's married. He probably got married for obligations, maybe pregnancy or some sort of that situation. And he felt that he was in love, not necessarily, but I don't feel that he's in love with anybody in particular per se. I feel that he's in love with himself. Yes. If there's an energy here that there can be some type of dispute here, either with the spouse of this person, with you. I'm not sure if it did happen already, but just be aware of that. I'm not grasping precise whether or not she knew. There was a sense of that. It is what it feels. So whether or not she knew, it can be that sense energy there. Normally, when the spouse knows how their husbands act, they know that they cannot be around single and or married women, because they intend to, grasp that energy or flirt a lot. He seems to be that way. I don't think that he was necessarily, he should not be married at all. I don't think that he was ready for that. Now, he's been away from someone here, and again, it can be the wife or it can be the other person and or you, but I feel it's on the other side here. So he has tried to be, he thinks he has tried to do the right thing, but no, he's only doing it just to put the persona. He's not doing it to do the right thing. He's going to try to come back and work a situation out. I do feel it is the marriage. If he left the home temporarily to even be in and out with the other person that he was with, he's coming back home, because at one point, if the spouse found out about you or anybody else, he left the home because he felt that he was getting more attached with that other person that he was seeing outside the marriage, and he felt that he was deep in, and so he felt that this could work out with the other person. So it's not working out with that person. It will not work out eventually with that person. I don't care what he does with her. even if he tries to think that, okay, he met the one and tries to even move in with this person, he is not going to be happy. It will not be long lasting for him either, that relationship, because he has a he has a tendency of being jealous and being obsessive in some levels. So he's going to want to set the same rules that he sets in his home environment with this new person. And this new person can be the same age as his or a bit younger. And it's not going to go in that level with that person. Okay. So he's going to want to come back to something that he feels that he can manipulate and keep secure, which it can be you or what he already knows and it's used to grasping on, which is the spouse. So I feel that he's going to try to come back and work it out with the spouse again. It's an on and off situation, like I keep sensing here. But the spouse eventually, I feel that she's either going to kick him to the curb or find someone else in her life here. So when it comes to you, again, surprisingly enough, you're going to hear from him. What I would suggest that when you do hear from him is you can either listen or kick him to the curb. You seem to have a good heart in you. So I feel that you're going to listen. You know, what I would suggest in that moment is if you want to keep this as a friendship, go ahead and do so. Do not give in to the intimacy, even though you want it and you need it, whatever. Do not give in, because now is the time where you can, Scorpios, you have, when you have a man that is a Scorpio, they love to know who loves them. They love to be valued in that sense. So if you give in to the intimacy right off the back when they come back, then they're going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And they will never, never put you where you need to be at in their life. Okay. So I will shut down the goods and I will play the friend card, listen, advice, whatever, but do not give in the goods. And that he will find that to be very intriguing. And while he will find it, that even though you say, I can be your friend only, yes, I love you, but I'm not going to give in to any other relationship because you're not ready for me. You understand that? And he will be very shocked and surprised because I feel that he felt that you were giving in to him at any given time, that you were there at his beck and call. And so we're going to stop that, because eventually you'll be surprised. You'll let me know when he comes back around, when he comes crawling in, and when he comes and surprise you and say, hi, how are you? I just wanted to check on you. You will hear from him again. Believe me. Now, I know you're asking me right now, oh, great, awesome, when? I cannot tell you when. All I know is that it's in the first reading within the next 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. It can be less or more. But I feel that because I don't want you to be anxious and waiting, we're going to leave it at that. Know that it is coming back around. When it comes, then it will be your choice what it is you want to do with this person. In the meantime, I will suggest that you go with your life as we have talked about previous, that you continue to motivate yourself, that you continue to be flawless within yourself, from the inside out from the inside. Do you understand that? Again, redo your home environment, whatever it is that you have at home, redecorate, whatever it is. Just throw something that has been in your possession for a very, very old, many years. You need to let go of something. I don't care if it's a pair of shoes that you have for 20 years, something you need to get rid of that it's old and old, that is no longer in any use or that is no longer in any value, because that will declutter a section of your energy. Okay. And also, I want you to say, for example, you've had your hairdo for a certain amount of years. Okay, now it's time to redo that hairdo. Now, do not go to the extreme when it comes to your physical form, your physical body, or your hair and stuff like that. Do not, because we are in retrograde with Mars, so we cannot try something that is absolutely new. No, Let's say, for example, if you decide to cut your hair, then you go back to a hairstyle that you've had like previous 5-10 years ago, you know, something to that effect. Okay. It's not to try something new yet until the second week of November, if you choose to try something dramatic and absolute new in your self-being. Okay. But for now, when it comes to the spiritual growth, it is something that needs to be new and present and rebirth in you. Okay. So I hope you're following me on that sense. Now, let's see here. You have to excuse me. I am drinking my coffee. It is early in the morning. Been up and early. Okay, now I am going to continue on the next spread, also looking at the Scorpio, because we want to see where is it going, where is it heading, and then I'll look at you as well in his present, in his light. Okay, let me see. Yes. So we do, at this moment, we do see that he is telling somebody else the same thing that he told you, that he is going to get divorced, that he's not happy, and so such. And that we see him staying out late, that we see him sleeping late out, probably spending the night elsewhere, probably with the other person. He might say friends and things like that, working otherwise, but it's not. Let's see, ancestors, let us see. Let's continue with... Thank you for the universe into the heavens. Strong the truth and the truth. Let us see it. Okay. One more. Okay. Let's see. Thank you. And we're ready. I feel that he needs to, eventually he will either decide to revise his marriage to make it either better and or completely dissolve the marriage. And that will depend on the situation, circumstances that he will come about before the end of this year. Because he's going to be in a roller coaster for a while. In the last 2 years, it started with the Uranus, and so he's going to be like that for a while. That is a 7-year cycle that it has this roller coaster in the Scorpios. So for some people, it starts before, during, or after, and he is going in and out in that motion, in that sense. If his spouse is a water sign, they're both are going through that, and they're both are trying to attach. The more they're pulling away, the more they become more attached, and they want to just hold on to the last drop. And what happens is it's chaotic, and they intend to fight, even physical at times. But at the same time, with that rage, they have a sex that it is heated, that is passionate, and so they make up with that, and then they go back to their old routines, and then they go back and continue the same thing over and over, and that's how they either cheat or dissolve everything. Okay, so eventually I feel that someone is going to leave their home environment, either the wife or him. They're going to feel that this cannot continue anymore the way that they have been going. They're going to feel that this is it's taken too much. It's hurting one or the other or both. And they're going to decide to dissolve the situation eventually. Like I said, eventually. And I do have to say, and I'm telling you now, if the spouse did not know about you, she will find out, and there's going to be chaos in that situation. Maybe she's going to want to confront you. If it happened already, then this could be one of the situations that I feel that this spouse blamed you for being involved with the spouse. It's something to that effect. Either way, I feel that there's a notion of saying, investigate more, or wanted to be confronting you or just being at you. And I will suggest that keep your distance, avoid confrontation, do not put yourself, do not lower yourself in any kind of way for any reasons, for any circumstances. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be the one that is going to look that wrong, not him. She will still keep her cheating husband. So you're not going to win if you're sitting there trying to dispute or trying to defend yourself or trying to defend him. It's not worth it, because that is the man's place, to put his women in place. And if he cannot acknowledge that either you exist or what have you, then he is not man enough to clarify that truth. You know, if he's man enough to do the do, then he should be man enough to say, yes, I've cheated. Yes, I've been with so and so. Yes, this number of times. Normally, the man will intend to say, I am sorry, it didn't mean to happen, and it only happened once. What they should say is, it only happened once, every 3 hours, every other day, every day. But they do not. They think that the pain will be less by saying once. And normally it is, because the spouse is willing to accept everything that they say, because they're blind, because they're in love, and because they don't want to lose. So there are a number of reasons why they keep holding into that energy, into that person. It happens all the time. And I am not judging, to each own circumstances. I'm not here to judge. I am only here to pass on. But in this circumstances, it's very much so what I'm sensing. Yet even falls in a lot of the majority of the marriages. Okay. So, having said that, so we do see that he's either moving or the woman is moving, okay, from their home environment, or they want to just move away completely to start new, fresh, their relationship, away from the community or away from where they are. So it's an attempt to want to fix something here, okay? But he is just going along because he wants to follow the rules in the home environment, okay? But he seems at distance because why? Eventually, let me tell you here. Eventually, wherever it is that he works, he's going to meet someone else. There's another person in the environment there that he's going to meet eventually. It's someone that he would consider also a friend. It's almost like he's just strolling down the street, strolling down the car. He's just strolling swiftly away, and then just moving his head, looking to side to side, and looking to see who's catching his eye and things like that. That's how I see him. That's how I see his energy here. I feel that his return is also going to be a little bit confusing to you, because his return is going to make you feel like you're more in love with him. Seeing him will make you feel like you're more in love with him. And again, I keep advising you to not give in to the intimacy when he does. I feel that in one of those terms, you're going to be weak and you're going to be intimate with this person again in the near future. Not necessarily to say, but it will be up to you if it does. And it will confuse you more, because you're going to feel that this love is what you want, what you need. Okay. So if I advise you, it is because I'm sensing what is ahead. So it will be your choice. There's also another person that is coming in your life here. We see a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, and Rising for you. Now, this person shows, let me see here. I feel that he is in a commitment relationship, this person, this new one. But I also feel that he's going to be confused of whether or not he will fall for you or this person that he's with. Not sure what you do for a living here, in your work environment, but it seems to be that these men are just like hungry. And again, it's your sex appeal that it attracts these men. It is the vibe that you're given. And so they're chasing that vibe. I feel, okay? Damsel in distress is what I heard. So I feel that that's the persona that is out there in your energy, okay? Now you may be saying, you know, no, that's not the case, but this is how I'm sensing these men when they come to you, okay? So the fact that we're seeing his reading, it tells me that there's going to be a lift in his job, in the Scorpio jobs. He might even get a raise or something to that effect in his job. And he's going to be feeling a little bit more comfortable in his job, whatever it is that he does, or an activity that he's in, or school that he's in, something that he's doing more than constant, which I feel more so it is the job. And also he's going to be more uplifted because someone in his job is coming to work there, and he's going to enjoy seeing this person. It's a female, okay? And so and again, he's always looking for the next bait, I feel, okay? But he is going to come back in your life. That will be your choice, like I said. And I feel that I would be very wise to be cautious, and I would hate to see you fall into his arms knowing that he has not promised you anything. And if he promised you, it's only because he wants to get the goods and hold on to that, okay? In case anything else falls out of his plate. And I will not recommend that for you. I will not. So now I'm on the third, I'm going to see you versus him. And then I will see what energies we can pick up from your end here, okay? Like I said, I feel that he's going to be reconciling with the spouse, try to work it out. They might, one or the other or both might end up moving from their home environment, from their home neighborhood and stuff like that. And or one of them is going to have to move because they're going to find out either about you or argue about you or someone else. Someone else is still in the picture either way in his relationship, in his marriage. Okay. I feel that you're about to, in the next 5 to 15 days, let's say 2 to 3 weeks, run into this person. It can be, and I feel the energy of the spouse. It shows her here as a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Horizon. It really does not matter unless we have the precise sign, but the energy of a spouse is what I'm sensing, that you're going to be running into this person within your home environment. If she knows about you, please avoid the confrontation, avoid looking at this person, avoid listening, just walk away. You have nothing to say. That's all you need to say, okay? That what they have is between them and not you. And you walk away. If she does not know about you, she'll find out and she will know. If she knows about you, she's wanting to pick a bone with you or wanting to start a rumor in your area, in your family environment, and so forth. So I would avoid that at all costs. It's not worth it, especially with retrograde right now. Mars. We do not want to exalt that anger, that frustration, that anxiety, and that we don't want to. Okay? Enough. I don't care about anybody else. You're my client, so I care about you. Anybody else, who gives a shit at this time? But you, it's important now. Okay? So now let's look at you. So let's see. No, he's not out of your life. He's not out of your life. He'll find a way to stick around when it's needed. So he's not out. He'll come back around when he needs some attention. He'll find it. You know, he'll come with any excuse to come back around and talk to you eventually. Just give it time and you'll see. Let's see. Now this is for you. What is it going to know? Sisters. At least he was honest to say to you that he didn't have those feelings, right? I give him credit on that, because a lot of men stick around and play the fake card, play to say, I care, I love you, and they don't do nothing about it. They can fall in love with you madly and still not do the right thing for you. But at least he was honest, so let's give him credit on that. and you decided to do what you needed to do. So now you have to give it time, because he's not ready to have any type of serious commitment. Even though he's in one, he's not ready for that. He has a lot of roller coaster ahead of him here in the next 2 years. Let us see, let I know, ancestors here. Let us see, let I know. And even if he settles with someone else, whether it's the wife or anybody else, he is not going to settle completely with that person. He's going to have conflicts. He's going to have problems. He's going to have fights. He's going to be in and out of his emotions, whether it's home or within the home itself. Let's say he's separated and yet still living there, or he thinks he is, or the wife thinks he is, or whoever it is. But he's in for a roller coaster at this time. He's going to have good moments. He's going to be happy in a lot of occasions, but it will come back around. Let's see. This is for you. Let's see. So when it comes to love, there's some type of gathering, family gathering that I see for you that is coming in here. It can be an issue of conflict or the love situation. So again, I will have to say be cautious of that. It can be that if they find out, there's going to be a an argument toward that situation of what you've been doing with so-and-so, which is the Scorpio. So I will be very cautious in that, okay? And let's say, for example, that the family knew or people knew about him and you, and that is over and done with. No, it's not, because Mars is bringing that within your home environment. So, again, watch out for that. Do not want to be in conflicts, okay? We do see that for the moment, in your spread, you have been in and out of your emotions toward the Scorpio here. We do see that you are missing him, or you're nostalgic about it, and you're reminiscing, I feel, about the good things that he did to you or said to you. And it's not going to help you right now, because you're thinking about the good things when you should be thinking about the negative thing he has done in order to find a way to let go of this person, right? But because eventually he's going to come around, I feel that you're going to be more confused and more hype about this and hopeful about it. And I feel that it will not be serving to you if you decide to give in emotionally and physically again. We do see here, in his path, there's a notion of saying that he is going to father someone, pregnate someone in the near future. It can be the wife or the other person that he is with. Okay. I feel that there's a rumor to that effect going on. Yes, you're going to hear something to that effect here, that he's either expecting, addition to the family, or that he is breaking up with the wife because he got the mistress pregnant and some sort. Okay, there's a rumor in that phase. So there's going to be later on a notion of saying this is over and done with, and then he's probably going to be the one eventually having to leave their home environment. There's a new phase in his life, like living from one home to the next, one relationship to the next. Okay. It also tells me that later on in the future, there's going to be a movement of home environment for you later on in the future. And it feels to me because something that was either spread or something that changes in your home environment, and that you want to make that whole change for you. And I have to say that this will be a benefit change for you in all cost. It might not seem that way, but it will be, because you're changing everything about you. And I feel that I've probably in 2021, you're going to change something that you wanted for you. You've been wanting it for you, and you're going to manifest this. There is someone else that is coming for you, We see a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. If you've been intimate with this person before, then he's coming back around in your life. So that would be something that it would be your choice. I feel that it doesn't seem to fit right in there with this person, your energy and him. And if you left him before, you it hasn't changed much in that sense. So I would not recommend it. So there's something prosperous that comes to you later on. And it can be from another male who we see here. Let me see. It can be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. I have to say also that you, through your work environment, you are going to meet this person. Okay. And something spontaneous is coming to your work environment. It can even be that when you meet this person spontaneously enough, it builds into something mutual between you and this person, like love between both of you will start grow and blossom. It can be just that, but I feel that something positive is in the way for you in your work environment, through your work and also relationship, intimate relationship, and so far. There is a wanting to be in a committed relationship. I sense that, but it's on hold right now until something happens that you decide to either let go and detach eventually from the water sign, but also because there's a change that you're going to make in after 6 months, I feel. And this change is going to motivate everything for you. Love, relationship, work, home, everything is going to like fit in a puzzle for you eventually in 2021, I feel. So now is the time where you need to start working on all those phases. Saturn is slow, so that is the reason why for you. So you're working on every little thing. We're working from inside out. Remember that, from you to the outside, your circle and whatnot. And so eventually you're going to lead to that. You're going to lead to that joy. You're going to lead to that happiness. But it will depend drastically on your behavior, your change in your actions. Okay? It's a key. Remember that. Because the universe says this child can have this. But if this child does not motivate to love and nurture itself, then we're not going to have. She will not be able to have what is given. Okay? It's straightforward. That's what they said. So I feel that this was overall a good reading for you. And overall, we're now looking at what this person is going through in its life and what is coming into his life. I feel that between you and him, it's just not over, because the energy are still there entwined. He still thinks of you, and he still thinks that it's going to be problematic to be in a relationship. I'm not sure why he's saying that, but it's how I sense it. And also because he feels that, and again, intuitively, he is not necessarily wanting to be tied down 24/7. He wants to have the cake and eat it too. And he wants to play the house, but not be in the house. You know what I mean? He wants to have more than 2, 3 dolls in that house, 2 or 3 women in that house. And that cannot happen in a marriage unless it's agreeable. But other than that, I feel that you don't deserve that. But again, to each his own. The fact that I say you don't deserve that is because I know where you've been, I know where you're coming, and I know where you're going. Okay? Now, keep an eye, have faith, and then continue with that trust, okay? And you'll see the change that is coming to you. You'll see. When we change our set minds, we change our environment also, okay? I'm going to do this real quick here. Thank you, ancestors. I'm not going for that. Of course, if anything changes after the fact, any predictions are coming through, then of course, consult me again. It's your choice. If there's anything that you want to do toward that situation, depending what motivates you toward that, then also you let me know. But For now, those are the predictions. Let I see, let I know, ancestors. Thank you. Thank you, ancestors. Let I see, let I know. It's too close to home, I feel, when he thinks of you. It's too close to home. So obviously he has been avoiding for the spouse to either know about you or have conflicts with you, and he wouldn't be able to function in that situation, right? In that marriage. Again, it clarifies that he is going to try to see you. Surprise, surprise, he's coming down. And he's going to try to tell you something different about what's going on in his situation and in his marriage, is what I see here. Okay. Do not believe what he says unless you see paperwork. Other than that, it's not promised, is what I hear. Okay. Be very. There's another person that is coming into your life. It's very much so clear, guided by the universe. There's another soul connection that is coming into your life. So he might either be a foreigner. He might live out of the country. You're going out of the country. You're visiting. You're traveling. Something is coming. Or that person from out of the country is coming into your surroundings. And he's coming in to give you a stable relationship. You probably will have to date one or two more. But it feels to me, yes. But it feels to me that someone else is destined there for you. For now, that's what the universe is saying, until somebody else grows, if they grow. If not, there's always someone that the universe will send for you. There's hundreds of soulmates connections that we are abide to, and sometimes we see them as friends, sometimes we see them in our loved ones, and sometimes we see them in love relationships. So there's never just one soul connection. Okay, so there's no need for you to hold your tears, to feel that you're never going to accomplish that love relationship, that goal, that bond that you want. There's no need for you to feel any sadness over the situation. You're actually going to have more than one option in the near future to choose from, and that option can also be one of them, this person that you have been asking about. Okay, there's no need for you to sit out there feeling lonely, feeling sorry for yourself. No, there's no need. One more, just one more for my client ancestors. Thank you. There we go. Hold on a little bit longer, because it's coming. It's coming. The universe is going to soothe you in the most likely outcome, in the most likely place, in the most likely person, is what they're saying. Okay, it's going to be justified, all those things. Continue your well-being, continue your growth, continue to ask and give and thanks to the universe. Continue that path to grow and to learn and to see and to adjust certain things that you need to adjust in your life, and including the emotional part and the physical part. Okay, as always, I wish you love and light, and we'll be in touch. Thank you.